Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we have a really exciting show, really interesting. And as we get to the holidays, it's a lot of things to think about. But first of all, let me introduce my co-host today. We have Allie, we have Myla, and we have Kalena. Say hi. Yes. And then are they sleeping? What? And then today, as a special guest, we have Kumu Kui. What's up, Kumu Kui?
Aloha, aloha.
Aloha. Okay, so first of all, we always start with this. How are you guys doing? Girls, what's going on?
Um, for my work, I'm having like a lot of work, but I'm finishing a lot of it, like, and I'm getting it done on time, and I'm so grateful that I have the time to do this, because before I never, like, when we were doing face-to-face learning.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty good. We had a test today for Hawaii and it was kind of nerve-wracking because we had to do it was just us and the teacher alone in the room
Uh-huh.
together, so it's kind of
Uh-oh.
awkward. But
Th-
it was pretty good. Yeah.
Ended up pretty good. Cool. And Ellie?
The usual. Just let's see. The amount of work and how much we're getting done. And like, I don't know. Same thing like at home. Same schedule. Literally just waking up and then like going on the computer, staring at the computer all day, and then all done, go on your phone, do soccer practice, whatever. That's like literally like the main schedule throughout the week.
Kind of like same old, same old,
Yep.
same old, same old. Okay. Well, that's good. Kumu Kui, what's going on? How you been?
Actually, I'm loving this schedule. Just I get to be at home, with my ohana, my keiki, because they're not going to school. My two kids, they in elementary school, and for the rest of this year, they're at home. So
Hmm.
for me, being able to work at home, I actually get a lot of stuff done. I am just like you guys on the computer for the most part of the day, doing lessons, doing all this kind of stuff, and the rest of the day I'm outside with my kids, digging holes, installing irrigation, installing sprinklers, so putting them to work. So it's good, getting a lot of stuff done.
I see. And that sounds like a lot of exercise too for everybody.
But for the kids, yeah, that's the main thing, right? Get out of the house.
Yeah. Cool. So today, once again, we always kind of focus on something that's relevant to teens and all that. So I was kind of thinking, growing up, one of the things that I remember um, feeling that was really important for me was the idea of trust. So I wanted to kind of bring that up today and kind of talk about trust. So, um, what do you girls think? Trust. Let's talk about, like, first of all, trust between friends. Is that kind of an issue, or is that for teens? You think that's kind of a big thing? Having trust between friends.
Actually, I do think that's a big thing, because during this age, like, there's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama, and it's kind of crazy. And you and your friends, like, it's kind of like you and your friends are like that one group that what's it called, keeps all their drama together and doesn't want to spread it unlike other groups. But like, you have to have trust in your friends to, like, make sure that they're not going to tell anyone.
Hmm. What do you think about that, Kalena? Trust between friends.
I think it's really important, but I actually think for us it's not a huge like problem right now. I guess. Yeah, I don't think it's much of a problem cuz
Hmm.
like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like we can all trust each other. But like Myla said, we kind of all have our own groups, so we know like if someone would tell, then it's just kind of a click thing.
Hmm. And then, Ali, what do you think about
You know,
trust between friends?
I don't think like Especially if you have like trust issues of what like stuff that has happened in the past. Like it's hard to trust people because if you tell someone something that you don't want anyone else to know, and then they get mad at you or like drama starts, like they can use it against you and like blackmail, I guess. Wait, isn't it that? Like they can like say, if you don't do this, then I'll tell someone this, and then it really just like makes you look like a bad person. Like,
But does that happen often? Does that happen often?
it has happened before, and like the outcome wasn't that good. Like it just a lot of drama.
Kumu Kui, what about you or growing up? You know, think about you know, how trust was and how, you know, trust between friends. What do you remember the trust between friends being?
You know, I'm listening to these girls speak. I'm trying to think about, you know, when I was their age, seventh grade, right? Geez. Um, you know, I considered myself to be like a loner. Back then, I didn't. Yeah, look, laughing already, smiling. I mean, I had friends, but I really tried to keep to myself because that trust issue was there, right? I couldn't really depend on a lot of my friends just because I just wasn't really open to sharing a lot of things. Um, but you know, as you grow, as you kind of, you know, get older and go through the grades, you start to build bonds a little bit more. And sounds like you girls are doing that or identifying it right now, at least with clicks, you know, calling it clicks. You know, you build these bonds and you start to trust more people and you kind of start to hang out with the group that you want to hang out with. So for me, um, you know, I was boarding at seventh grade. I was living at Kamehameha schools, right? So when it came to trust, you know, I had maybe like one or two friends that I could trust at that time. I'm still considering myself as a loner, but when it came to adults, right? You know, it was hard for me to talk to adults really. So
So like I guess girls, how do you know when you can trust somebody? You know, like how do you know?
Like
Because
what?
that's really hard. Go ahead,
I guess
Allie.
years of friendship.
Yeah, you kind of like have to get to know them a lot better. And like, that's well for me, because I've had friends for a long time and some friends not for a very long time, maybe for like a year or so, but like I've gone to their house and I've had a sleepover with them. And I just, it's just weird because like Kalena said, like there's just a bunch of um different people that you can trust. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain.
You know, I have a sister, and um, you know, like, and I grew up with there's four kids in the family, so there was like myself and two brothers and one sister. So I used to see my sister go through a lot of things, you know, with her friends and some trust issues, and you know, I just used to kind of sit back and kind of watch. A lot of it, like I know at this age, I'm trying to think, like Kumu Kui said, like in middle school, thinking about what was going on, and I remember my sister, you know, telling her friends, "Oh, you know, I like this boy. You know, I like this boy. Don't tell nobody, right?" And what happens, right? Sure enough, everybody knows about it. So they get all mad, like, "Well, I trusted you," and do you guys kind of see that, like when you try to trust somebody with a secret and then it gets out? Do you see that as happening a lot? You want to tell about it, like?
Okay, so um
Without saying names, right?
yeah. So one time this girl, um, she liked this guy and she likes she likes to prank a lot to like, and she always says that it's just for like, she always says, I want to see if I could trust him. Like that's like a trust test. She always does that. And she said that she liked this guy, and this this other girl was her best friend, and she told one of her kind of distance friends, I guess, that was a gossiper, and so she told everyone else, and everyone else found out, and then the girl got super mad, and then good thing that she said I was pranked, but no one believed her, so still ended up bad.
Yeah. How about you, Kalena? What do you think about that?
I've never had any like face-to-face kind of things happen to me, like nothing personal, but it has happened to some of my friends before. They told people that like they weren't really close with, but they thought they were, and then it kind of got out. I just felt really bad for them because like you think you can trust someone and then they just kind of stab you in the back.
And that brings my next question. Like, how hard is it to win trust back? Kumu Kui, how hard is it to win trust back for you?
For me, it's pretty hard actually. Not gonna lie, I hold grudges like big time. It takes me a long time to kind of get over something. But that's just the way I deal with things. To win trust back, it takes a while, right? So kind of building that friendship all over again for me. It's kind of starting a whole new system. And for like I try my best to release, let go any grudges or anything, just because that's kind of what I expect from other people to do. So I try to practice what I preach, but sometimes I just find it hard. And yeah, it can be
No, fair
hard,
enough.
but it's
Yeah,
possible.
fair enough. Yeah, no, definitely. And you know, intentional or unintentional, when you blow someone's trust, it's once again, it's not easy, and then especially when you feel really hurt about it. Yeah. Let me kind of switch this now, students. Let me switch this to trust between adults and teens. Okay, trust. So I was prior to the show, we were having a pre-show meeting, and I was kind of mentioning, when my son was middle school, actually maybe sixth grade, when he first got into middle school, we got him a phone, and at first, you don't know what they're gonna do with the phones, and maybe lack of trust, or maybe not fully understanding the situation. I kept telling my son, I'm gonna look at your phone, I'm gonna check your phone. And then after thinking about it, it's like, well, is that really trusting? If I'm checking his phone and grabbing his phone all the time, is that really good for our relationship? Is that showing trust? What do you, girls, what do you think about that? If someone gives you a phone, but wants to look at it all the time, and be able to, what do you think about it? Is that trusting?
My opinion, like if like someone ever did that to me, like I would just feel like because I'm like I have like a lot of private stuff on my phone that I don't want anyone to see, like not bad stuff, but like just stuff that's like sensitive to me, like, stuff that I don't want to lose. And like I feel like if someone looks at that, I just like won't feel secure anymore. But I just like got completely exposed to like some person that has made changed the point of view of how they look at me.
What if it's your family, your parents? Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
I kind of think of it, Kumukui, kind of like a diary. Yeah, looking through a diary and reading your diary. Yeah.
I was thinking just the same thing as she was saying. Like things have changed right now. Instead of writing it down, right, we're putting
Yeah.
it in voice memos. So much
Yeah.
possibility. Yeah, same thing.
Right. Myla, what do you think about that? Like, is a phone private? Is it something?
Well, to me, I think that it also has to do with trust, but like doesn't mean like they don't fully trust you, but like it's also back to the other person who has the phone. Like if you trust them, will you give them your phone back? So like I think, to me, if my parents took my phone, I'd be fine with it because they paid for it, and like I don't want them to take it away. Like,
Right.
so let's show them if they're gonna take it away.
Let
If
me
I
let
feel
me take this part and show it to my kids. Good, but it's that trust, right? It's that you want to be trustworthy to your parents, right? Okay, Kalena, what do you think about that? Like trust, that idea of trust. And I know the phone is really private. What do you think about that?
I think it can be private to like some people, like Allie. I understand if like you're not comfortable with people taking your phone and stuff and looking through
Mhm.
it. But I also think sometimes like when parents do it, it's okay because they want to make sure maybe they trust you, but they don't trust other people around the world who could like do
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
to you, like cyberbullying and stuff.
Mhm.
So personally, for me, if my parents take my phone, I'm okay with it because I get nothing to hide.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I think it's
You
okay.
know,
Some, yeah.
interesting point of view. Um, I'm thinking that it's we hear like respect, right? Respect is both ways. We show respect, and then we expect respect in return coming back to us. But do you think, girls, do you think trust is a two-way street between adults and teens? What do you think?
I think if like what Kumu Kui said, like we have to create a bond with like friends, and like when we get to like know the friend more better and stuff, and like know that they're like they can be trusted, you tell like more personal stuff to them than other people. Like my best friend, she knows stuff that my parents don't know, like not bad stuff, it's just like things that happen in school or like drama or whatever, like things you can't tell parents but like your best friend would like understand.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Interesting.
yeah, like Ali said, like how things that your friend would understand more than your parents, because like to me, someone your age is more relatable than your parents. So like
Mhm.
they can
Mhm.
relate with you. So like if you tell them something, they'll agree with you, and maybe like they'll help you solve like a problem that you have or something. But like
Mhm.
from a parent's perspective, it's kind of different because like if I were to ask my parents um like I don't know, something about a boy. Like if I said,
Mhm.
"Oh yeah, I like this guy," I would tell that to my friend, not to my parents, because my parents would like not even support my decision. They'll be
But
like, "Whoa, give me your phone," blah blah blah, and I'll be like,
but
"No."
but don't you think your parents have been there already? They've been teens before, and they have more experience with it. Or is it times different, you think?
I think it's different because
Okay.
like different things and different a bunch of different things from the time. Like back then
So
they
that
did stuff different, and then now we do a totally different stuff.
cool, cool. What do you think about that? Has times changed that much? I mean,
You know, I'm just thinking about when I was young too, right? I mean, I agree. There's some stuff that I just couldn't talk to my parents about, really, and I could talk to my friends a little bit more comfortably, because
yes.
I'm with them all the time, a lot more, right? We're in school setting, we're with our friends all day, most of the day. Parents are at home, kind of tuned out, checked out of what we're actually doing.
Mhm.
So that relationship of understanding it's a barrier, it's a hurdle, I think, but
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that it's not possible, right? We can build those
Right,
bonds. Definitely can
right,
build
right,
those
right.
bonds.
Definitely. You know, just to close off on this, we can talk all day on this trust thing. Maybe we next another podcast we can come back and we can talk about this more. But switching gears, I kind of wanted to get into Kumu Kui, and we had the Lā Kūʻokoʻa, just 2 days ago, and I know we did stuff at the school, so kind of in a few minutes, kind of tell me about it. And what is Lā Kūʻokoʻa for the people who don't know and who are watching this podcast?
Yeah, so right, November 28th marks the date for our Lā Kūʻokoʻa celebration. Lā Kūʻokoʻa literally is our Independence Day here in Hawaii. Um, in November 28th, 1843, there was a proclamation or kind of a document that was signed by England and France. And we know this as the Anglo-Franco Proclamation, which kind of um, ensured that, or recognized, that's the word, recognized Hawaii's independence as a sovereign, independent nation. So it included Hawaii into what we call the family of nations, or what is called the family of nations, right alongside the United States, Great Britain, France, all these other countries that are included in these family of nations. And that day was totally significant because that was really the start of the Hawaiian kingdom as we know it, right? A world power. Hawaii was right alongside these world powers at that time, 1843, and it has been celebrated, for many years, well into the years of the territory of Hawaii. But sadly, it almost went forgotten, yeah, because of the downfall with Hawaiian language and culture being practiced.
Mhm.
People were forgetting about Lā Kūʻokoʻa, Hawaiian Independence Day, and the holiday has been literally replaced by Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So, in a nutshell, it has been celebrated around the world. We have songs from Tahitians writing about Lā Kūʻokoʻa. Just this past week, friends of mine were posting on Facebook, celebrating Lā Kūʻokoʻa in New York, in Germany. So I mean, this holiday is coming back with the ability for people to learn how to read and write Hawaiian language again.
Mm.
They're going back into the newspapers and doing research and discovering how it was celebrated. And celebrations lasted, days sometimes, just parties, flying Hawaiian flags.
Mm.
Right. So for my family, we do Thanksgiving dinner, but we don't really call it Thanksgiving dinner. It's Lā Kūʻokoʻa, right? So we still celebrate feast wise.
Mhm. If you had a choice for how big this could be, what would you see as like a really huge way to celebrate this? If there was no, money wasn't an issue, if what would you see as La Ku'okoa celebrating it?
Festivals, fairs, just huge town community wide celebrations, really, block parties, things like that. And it really is just a celebration of identity, and in the newspapers, there's one newspaper in particular, I think it was November 24th, 1890, 92, I believe so, 1892, where it said, you know, every true Hawaiian celebrates this day. And that one statement kind of stuck in my head, right? Every true Hawaiian loves this day so much because they love their country, they love
Hmm.
Hawaii, they love who they are. Recognizing your identity, not being ashamed of it, recognizing that you're Hawaiian and to be proud to be Hawaiian. I foresee all of Hawaii just celebrating it in joy and laughter, going outside and just not being afraid to be Hawaiian.
Hmm. Um, Students, do you have any questions for Kumu Kui? Did we talk about this in our?
That's
So,
funny because they know it so much too. I mean, we went
yeah,
over it right, last year.
yes.
Yeah.
How what did Kamehameha Maui do, middle school, for to celebrate this? I know there's a lot of things going on. Just a few things. What went on last week?
Yeah, I'll start with that, and maybe the girls can chime in is
Hmm.
what they did too. This past Wednesday, it was the 25th, just because the Thanksgiving holiday and weekend and whatnot, we decided to do it virtually. We had a Zoom celebration, Lā Kūʻokoʻa, and with this we saw possibilities, and we didn't see it as a burden or a wall or a barrier. We saw it as a possibility to invite more people. So we actually invited Keʻau campus and Kapalama campus. We invited other campuses to join in our celebration. We just went in and did different breakout rooms, activities, And I'm curious to see how it went from a student's perspective, because for me, I thought it went well. But yeah, I'm glad. I want to hear it actually.
Hmm. Girls, what was your experiences with your sessions that you attended?
Um, I thought it was super fun because like I had this ukulele class and we learned how to play the song Ku'upua Ipoa Kalani that
Hmm.
what's it that she wrote in while she was locked up, and she wrote a bunch of metaphors on how we were her never fading flower.
Hmm.
Um
And
and
she meaning,
huh?
and who do you mean by when you say she, for the people who are watching this and may not know who you're talking about?
Wait, what?
Who wrote the song while she was locked up?
Oh, Ku'upua Ipoa Kalani.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, who wrote that song?
Oh, what's her name? Wait, it was Queen Lili'u Kalani.
There you go.
Oh, that's what
No,
you're
because
asking. Sorry, I
yes,
thought you were
sorry,
asking who
because
she as in the never fading flower. I was like, what?
yeah, no, no, because we have a wider audience. They're just in Hawaii. So okay, cool. And then it was really easy to learn. Myla, the song was really easy to learn. Okay.
Yeah, because before this in sixth grade, I took a ukulele class from Kumu Camarello,
Okay.
and he taught us all the chords, and
Cool.
so yeah, and
Uh,
so but it was kind of fast.
okay. Well, maybe one next one episode we'll have you sample for us. Kind of kapila. Kalena and Allie, how about you guys? What was your experiences with this Lā Kūʻokoʻa workshops that we had?
Um, well, for me, I kind of just did what I understood in the when we had to sign up. I didn't know what most of the things were, so I just signed up for the things that were in English.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
did sticker making and the art gallery,
Okay.
and then the field trip around the island. So I
Interesting.
don't know, nothing really too deep, but I like the art gallery the most
What
because
did you take away from it?
um well, we learned how to do this like different types of art, like the mosaic, something like that. Started with an M. Mhm. And then we did another version of it too. It was a bit harder, but altogether it was really fun.
Cool. Okay. And then Ellie.
Um, let's see. I was kind of like Kalena, like I really didn't know what the classes were because they're in Hawaiian and I didn't understand it. So I just picked any kind. And then I had trouble in the beginning because I couldn't find my schedule and I was freaking out because I never got the email, but I found it. And then first class I had that field trip thing, that virtual field trip
Mhm,
thing.
mhm.
Second, we did this art thing in Kumu Jones class, but it's
Okay.
like, and then I learned what like a different thing in, I don't know what it's called, but like I made this flower, and oh, the last thing I did was the Hawaiian sticker making, but I never finished, so I'm not getting a sticker.
Oh, okay. Well, Kumu Kui, um, how would you like to just kind of close off this talk about Lā Kūʻokoʻa?
Yeah, no. It's for me, it's really good to hear what you guys have learned actually in the mosaic. It is called a mosaic, and I've actually seen some of your artwork. And for me, I'm taken away. I'm blown away of what you guys were able to do, just within 1 hour's time on Zoom, and kind of with the understanding that we're having fun. and that was it, right? So Lā Kūʻokoʻa, even though it's Independence Day, there's political backing, political reasonings behind it, kind of identifying Hawaii's political status. But really, like I shared earlier, it's what I hope to see is just everybody celebrating and having fun and being proud of who they are. So these sessions that you've contributed to and kind of joined in with, um, it's all a part of it, right? Because now you can look forward to it next year. How can we make it better? What can we do? And so it's not what my vision is, it's what you guys want to see as well. So mahalo, Mr. Sarat, and girls, and for allowing me the opportunity to talk about Lā Kūʻokoʻa just a little bit. And my intentions there is that, yeah, we educate more in order to celebrate more.
Good, good. So, so much to know. And as we were talking pre podcast during our meeting. I know Kumu Kui, you can talk in length about this. I mean, you can go on and teach us whole semester on this, if not a year, right, on this subject. But anyway, it's good to talk about it. It's good to bring it up, and it's a very important day in our history. All right, let's kind of switch gears. Tomorrow is December 1st, and kind of moving us towards Christmas. Like, do you have that Christmas feeling? I don't know. For me, because of this social distancing and at the mall and just with people, and it feels a little bit different this year. What do you girls think?
I don't know. For me, it's like once it's October, it's Christmas for me already.
And do you have the Christmas feeling yet? Do you get that?
I have it pretty much throughout the entire year. I'm waiting for it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's changed a little bit more because like we're not around that people to have like, because like that Christmas feeling is like when everyone's happy and you get to see all your friends, you get a bunch of gifts and stuff, and you get to celebrate. But like it's kind of different because like you're not around that much people to like be happy with, and express your feelings with. But for me, it's been pretty much the same because I have a huge family to express our feelings with. So there's a bunch of opinions and stuff, and we always play Christmas music, and we decorated in October. Yeah, at the end of October.
Wow. How about you, Allie?
Honestly, I'm really excited for 2020 to be over. Just because
it's been a rough year.
It's been the worst year.
Yeah.
What
are you talking about? Like 31 days before it's behind us?
That's the only Christmas present that I would love to have for 2020 to be over. And I already have that because it naturally comes. But like, and for COVID to just be done. Like, I want to see people, man. Like, and I don't like staying inside all the time. It's just, I think we kind of got used to it already, but I don't want to adapt to that personally. I still want to go outside and see everyone.
Yeah. Well, for us, our tree went up yesterday. We actually had a tree up from, once again, like October, maybe earlier November. We have an artificial tree, but had a fresh cut tree, so we decorated yesterday. So trying to get some of this spirit. And I know Allie was saying, oh, she just wants to get rid of this year, and everybody feels that way. And hopefully with some music and some movies and stuff, that kind of will get us in a little bit happier spirit, right? So speaking of movies, I have a quiz for you guys, a Christmas movie quiz. Now, I don't know how well you'll do with it. Kumu Kui can help you guys out if you guys are stuck. but we'll see.
Kalena.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so here we go. See, Kalena's always doing good on these things, but maybe I can throw her for a loop today. All right. Okay, so let's go. Christmas movies, according to Kumu. Okay. Now you might not know, you might not know, but we'll see what this. Okay, Christmas movies. Can everybody see that? Christmas movies. All right. Once again, you guys are playing as a team, and if you guys need help, Kumu Kui will help you guys. Okay. So first movie. What is that?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Remember this one? Did you guys watch this one? Allie, you never seen this one? The one that they go off and that one the guy on the left, he wanted to be a dentist. Cool, you remember this one?
Oh, these are classics, right? All these kind of
Classics.
stop motion puppeteering kind of things. Yeah.
He wanted to be a dentist, and they ran into that abominable snowman. You guys miss out on things. Okay, sorry, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Remember this? No? Okay. How about that? Easy. We'll start off easy.
Oh, Frozen.
Frozen.
All right. This is you guys speed. Man. You know funny, my kids, we're talking and they're like, where does she go bathroom? What does she eat? When she went into her castle? I said, well, that's not the kind of stuff that, we think about. But anyway, interesting. What does she eat, right? Shave ice all day long.
Ice all day, right?
Yeah. I never seen the kitchen in there. Anyway. Okay, next. What was that?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
All right. Good job. Home Alone. That face with the hands on his face, that's like one of the most recognizable. Yeah, that hands on the face, it's screaming. Yeah, screaming. Ah! All right. Okay.
Didn't he
How's
do that in every movie?
Elf.
Elf.
What was that, Allie?
Didn't he do that like one position in like every Home Alone movie?
Yeah,
Like-
I think so.
Because like it just like got really popular.
After the first one, I was like, I'm out. Okay, what did you guys say this one was?
Elf.
Elf.
Elf. This one is really funny, this movie. Really, really funny. Okay.
This is the Christmas tradition in my house. We gotta
Oh
watch
yeah,
this.
us too.
This
us
is it right
too.
here.
We do one Christmas movie a night, like from Thanksgiving to yeah. So last night we saw the Princess Switch, but anyway, oops. All right, how about that one?
Grinch.
Grinch.
Okay. The Grinch Stole Christmas. Did you guys watch this one before? Okay. I just said it.
Princess Switch.
Yeah, I just said it. I'm like, oh no.
Gave it away.
Oh man, what kind of?
Did you watch
I
the
watched
second
I
one?
watched the second one.
I didn't watch
other
the second
day.
one.
Yeah, I
I
just
said
watched
it's-
the second one.
Someone said it's better. The second one.
Oh,
Is it better or the same?
I like the first one better.
I think it's better.
Yeah. Usually the sequels aren't really as good, but someone told me the second one is better. All right. Okay. How about that one?
I just watched. It's like, I just watched that. I forget what it's called. It's like,
I've seen this before.
I know.
Where though?
The one with Jonathan. What's his name?
Yes.
Taylor Thomas or something.
Yes, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He was little Simba in The Lion King in the cartoons years ago.
Wait,
And he
Is
was at
this-
Home Improvement, Kui. Remember that? Kumu Kui, you know what movie this is?
You know, I know, and I'm actually surprised that you guys know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is.
Yeah. Yes, and this movie is I'll Be Home for Christmas. If you've never seen this, you gotta watch this. It's really funny. It's once again also a tradition in our home. It's really funny. Okay. How about that?
Oh my gosh, I love this one. I've seen this so many times. I forgot the name. Isn't this the one where like the dad fights over a little toy robot for his son?
Turbo Man, right?
Yeah, I love that guy. He's funny.
Yes. You guys remember the name of the movie?
No.
Kumu
Is
Kui,
it
can you help
Jingle
them?
All the Way? Is that the one?
Yes, Jingle All
That's
the
the
Way. This is really funny too. Yeah, they kind of fight over that last Turbo Man doll. So without giving any spoilers, you guys got to see this if you guys can see this movie. Okay, how about that one?
Oh, the
Christmas
Christmas
Chronicles.
Chronicles.
Very good.
I watched that one
Very good.
yesterday.
Yeah, I watched the second one yesterday.
Okay. Was it good?
Yeah. The first
Okay.
one's really good.
Okay. Yes. Okay, how about that one?
Oh, this one's the Christmas carols, right?
Yes, very good. Christmas Carol, Jim Carrey. Very good. How about that one?
Matilda? That looks like Matilda.
Yeah, same girl. Same girl.
Yeah, it does look like Matilda.
I don't know.
It was a classic. This is a remake of a I think the classic was in the when was it, Kumu Kui?
It's the
In the 40s or something.
Miracle on 34th Street. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah. It is Matilda though. It's the same girl. Yeah.
Yeah, same girl. Same girl with Matilda. Very good. This is actually a good one too. If you guys can watch this version, it's really good. Really, really good. Okay, how about that one?
Oh, the Polar
Waiting for this
Express.
I was waiting for this one.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like
This
my
is-
favorite.
This is the movie that we watch. Like as I said, we watch all a string of movies, and this movie is like Christmas Eve. This is our last movie of all movies, Polar Express, and then everybody goes to bed, and we wait for Santa to come. Right. Anyway, that's it. Good job, Christmas movies. Once again, kind of thank you to our student hosts. We talked about trust today, and it was really important hearing the student voice about trust. And Kumu Kui and I, we have a different angle, and we kind of, when you look at it, it's not really much different from adults to teens. We still all have that need for trust and being able to trust somebody. So I mean, you guys have anything else to say? No? Well, Kumu Kui, mahalo for being on today. It was really interesting to hear about Lā Kūʻokoʻa and you talking story with us about trust.
No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. And just sitting here listening to the girls talk, and I think it's been a while since I've got to see you guys. So thank you for having me. Mahalo for sharing.
And then mahalo to the students for coming on and talking story with us. These are like the regulars. They come on a lot. So girls, thank you once again for coming on and sharing, your thoughts and stuff with all of us. But anyway, stay tuned. Next time we have another podcast on the podcast, and we'll see you again. Aloha.